late from the correctional center at Kosimampuru. Mr. Ntanzi, yesterday we look at the evidence of Mr. Mulder. Reading it in conjunction with the clocking records, Exhibit DD.
Izolo ke besibuka ubufakazi bakhe umnumzana uMulder masifunda ke sibhlanganisa ke nama record la ongena phecelezi ke okloka emsebenzini uExhibit DD. Yes.
We also referred to your leave record, and you then insisted that you want to have sight of your leave record.
Sakhuluma ke nange leave yakho ke noma ke iholiday lakho ke emsebenzini washo wathi ke ufuna ukubona ke amaphepha noma ke ama record ayo leave yakho.
Your leave record forms part of your personnel file as testified to by Mr. Mulder.
Leave yakho ke kuba ingxenye ke yefile yakho yasemsebenzini nanjengoba efakazile noma eshilo kubufakazi bakhe umnumzana uMulder.
And he testified that he made copies of your personnel file that incorporates your leave record.
Washo ke ukuthi wenza ke amakhophi ayo ke ifile lakho lasemsebenzini ehlanganisa nawo ke ama leave akho.
And he also testified about your leave record and was cross-examined thereon.
Wethula ubufakazi ke ngawo ama record akho ke leave futhi ke wahlonywa imibuzo ke ngalokho.
We then wish to show you the extract of your leave record, which forms part of Exhibit DD. My Lord, we've also made copies for our colleagues. We are also going to hand up a copy to the court. Which forms part of Exhibit DD. Mr. Ntanzi, just to orientate you on this Exhibit DD, which forms part of the annexure to Mr. Mulder's affidavit. Page 1, the first page is titled Leave/Absence Notification. Do you see that?
The page Yes, I see it.
Then the second page is the annual leave application form.
Yona ke form egcwaliswayo ke lena. Uma umuntu ezothatha ke ikhefu noma engazi bakhona emsebenzini.
Then the third page is record of service.
isikhathi ke sokusebenza noma ke irecord lakho kuleya ndawo usebenza kuyona.
Yebo.
Yes.
Then it is followed by certificate of service consisting of 3 pages.
Then certificates nama-page amathathu so 1, 2.
Right, then the next page, we did not mark the pages just to leave them as they are, as
Ayekwe enjalo ke lama-page.
Mr. Mulder testified about this exhibit as it is.
Namba ngoba ke wethu ubufakazi ngawo uMelda ekanjeni.
Then the next page is separation checklist.
Kube yena.
Ngiyayibona.
Yes, I see it.
Followed by termination clearance note.
This is number 11.
Then there's the exit form. All on the Sibanye Gold letterhead.
Onke ke lamaphepha abhalwe ke iSibanye Gold.
Yes.
Yes.
Then there's notice of termination,
Ukwazisa lana ke uma ngaba ke umuntu ezoyeka nezosuka emsebenzini.
which indicate that the last work date was 18 February 2016.
Yasho ke ukuthi ilanga lokugcina lokusebenza kwakunge-18 kaFebruary 2016.
I think yesterday you said you couldn't see as to until when you worked
Izolo ushilo
at
wathi ke
Sibanye Gold.
ungaboni ke ukuthi wagcina nini ukusebenza eSibanye.
Then the next document consists of 6 pages.
Bese kuthi elandelayo ke nama-page awu-6.
And it's headed checklist desertion and rearrangements. Then the next document, it's the offer of employment. Dated 9 July 2009.
Okay. Silana ke date yakhona 9 July 2009.
Indicating the offer of employment contract as a stopping laborer. The wages are stipulated there, 3,314 per month. Leave, your annual leave entitlement is 30 calendar days paid leave and 26 calendar days unpaid leave on completion of a full leave cycle.
Lana ke ila uma uqala ke kwindawo noma uzoqala ke kwenye indawo ukusebenza phecelezi ke bathi ke offer of employment yasho ke nomsebenzi ozawenza umholo ke ozawuhola ukuthi ke uma uthatha ke amalanga ke holiday noma ke i-leave ukuthi amalanga awu-30 akhokhelwayo bese kuthi ke abe u-26 angakhokhelwa uma usuqede unyaka. Noma ke uqede i-cycle iphelele noma isigcwele yayo i-leave.
The offer of employment contract consists of 3 pages.
Page out 3, man.
Then the next page, it's headed application for corporate permit and contract with the date of 12 September 2008 on the Goldfields letterheads.
Incwadi yange 12 September 2008 ibhalwe-ke igama lakwa Goldfields lana ukuthi-ke isicelo sephemiti kanye nenkontileka for uCat 328 ngazi ukuthi ukuthini-ke umsebenzi wangaphansi noma-ke wasemgodini.
Then the next document, it's titled Memorandum regarding medical examination of yourself.
Lana-ke memorandum ithi mayelana-ke nokuyoxilongwa-ke noma nokuyobhekwa-ke udokotela
Dated 1 April 2009.
i-1 ka-April 2009.
Then the next page is copy of your identity document.
Kube yi-copy-ke yomazisi wakho.
Then the next page, it's headed Driefontein Consolidated, dated 9 March 2009, with your
Fontaine.
details.
9 March 2009 imininingwane yakho.
It's an offer for employment.
Nalana-ke uma-ke uqashwa noma-ke usuzasebenza-ke kwindawo entsha.
Then it consists of 2 pages.
Nama-page awu-3.
Then the next page, it's a sworn affidavit. Then just after the sworn affidavit, it's the screening checklist.
Then statement esifungelwe bese kuba-ke ivenayo babhalwe-ke i-screening checklist.
Then followed by the general agreement service, consisting of 2 pages.
Ibe kulena-ke le isivumelwano-ke malanga nomsebenzi nama-page amabili.
The second page, it's a nomination form in terms of the Mine Workers Provident Fund. It gives your particulars there, surname Ntanzi, name Bongani Sandiso. It gives your payroll number, and it gives your residential address there, Usutu Village near Falaza High School, Nongoma.
Lana-ke kumininingwane yakho ebhaliwe Bongani Sandiso Ntanzi, iyasho ukuthi wazalwa nini bese iyachaza-ke ikheli Osutu Village eduze neFalaza High School, Nongoma.
Now, Mr. Ntanzi, you'll recall that we have already mentioned that the address of accused number 5 is given as Usutu Village.
Uzokhumbula ukuthi bese sishilo ukuthi ke ikheli lomsola wesihlanu elibhaliwe ke laphana uOsuthu.
Kusenkantolo mina ngiyazi idoza msola wehlanu.
My lord, I do not know the details of the particulars of accused number 5.
And yesterday you did mention that Emma Hambuma, where accused number 4 comes from, also falls under Usutu, is that correct?
Ushilo izolo ukuthi ke imhambuma la umsola wesine abuya khona nayo ke ingaphansi koUsuthu.
Yebo.
Yes.
Ngithe mina ngizwe.
I said
Lapha ekhotha ukuthi ubuya ku emhambo. Ngisho umhambo ungaphansi koSuthu. Unga
Operate in various areas, amongst others, Emma Hambuma.
cha asisho lokho esikushoyo ukuthi ushilo wathi oSuthu indawo enkulu inezigodi esinye sazo igodi lezo imhambuma.
ingakho ngilungisa phambi kusenkantolo igama lamhambo malivelanga ngami. Ungibuza ngomhambo ngize ngikuphendule ngalendlela ngiphendule ngayo.
Hence I'm correcting my lord that I'm not the one who mentioned the word mhambuma here in court. You asked me about it and I was responding to that.
Yes, yes. But Emma Hambuma does fall under Usutu, is that correct?
Yebo, Mnumzane Ntanzi. Kodwa ke imhambuma ingaphansi koUsuthu.
Yebo.
Yes.
Okay. Then it's followed by a document consisting of 14 pages.
Bese ilandelwa ke iphepha leli ke namaphepha awu14 namapage awu14.
Then page 1 of 14 has got your personal particulars.
Bese kuthi le yoqala ke ipage inemininingwane yakho.
It's headed biographical data information. You can see there on the left-hand side, just above your photo, there's your surname, Ntanzi BS, with the employee number.
Lana ke Ntanzi BS isibongo sakho kanye ke nenamba yakho yasemsebenzini
Z7841016.
ilena ke uZ7841016.
You see that?
Uyayibona?
Yebo ngiyayibona.
Yes, I do.
And you did testify that when you went with the police to Sibanye Stillwater on the 18th, they used this employee number to access your clocking records. Is that correct?
Ushilo ke ukuthi ngazo i18 zika June ngo2020 uma uya namaphoyisa laphana ke eSibanye basebenza sorry basebenzisa yona basebenzisa yona le number lena ukuthi batholeke imininingwane yakho yokuclock.
Yebo.
Yes.
And I think your evidence was that even when you went through the 10 styles, especially at the hospital section, you had to use this Z number to get access to go through the 10 styles.
Nokuthi ke uma nidlula ke kulama gate ke ayinsimbi ke ajikelezayo kwafanele nisebenzise yona ke inamba le ukuthi nidlule kuyona.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then there's the second page, the printed back to back. Still part of biographical information. It's got your name and your mobile number 073-776-1556.
La kunemininingwane yakho igama lakho number yakho kamakhalekhukhwini 0733 93705 055.
6, there's 6 at the end.
Oh, okay.
The first one, 073-776-1556.
Sorry, I write the other one. 073 776 1556.
Yebo ngiyabona.
Yes, I see it.
Was it the number that you gave at the time?
Iyona inamba owanikeza ngayo ngalesiya sikhathi. Or iyona inamba wabanika yona lesiya sikhathi lesi.
Siphi isikhathi?
At which time?
When you assumed duty at Sibanye Stillwater?
Uma uqala ukusebenza eSibanye Stillwater wanikeza ngale number.
Mangiqala uqasha ngikhumbula ngangena phone mangikhumbula kahle.
If I remember well, when they started appointing me, I did not have a phone.
Ifoni ngiyithenga sengisebenza khona.
I bought the phone when I was already working there.
Yes. Did you then give them your mobile phone number which appears here?
Usuyithengileke wase ubanika inamba le evela la.
Ngoba ebhalwe landelana nje computer ngiqale ngale kweza le kwagcina sengisebenzisa la.
As the numbers are written here in a sequence, which means this one started, the witness pointing at the one right at the bottom, then the one above it, and then this was the last one, the one that you just read out now.
So the bottom one is the work telephone number. It's given as 078-578-6858.
Lena yona ibhalwe nanjenge number yasemsebenzini u-078-578-6858 ibhalwe inumber yasemsebenzini.
Yebo ngiyakho kodwa nganginayo inamba so noma ngayikhumbula igcine yabo nje le njengale ka 705 le namba ngagcina nginika umama mina ngefoni ngabuya ngazosebenzisa le.
Yes, I hear you, but I do recall having such a number, although I can't remember the number in full. And then the one ending with 7055, I remember giving it to my mother, and then I ended up using the one of 1556.
Right, it says home telephone number. That's the one that you say you gave it to your mother.
Le 07055 ile uthi wayinika uma wagcina usuyinika uma.
Ingakho ngaphambi kodwa ngitshene kodwa ngakithi bekusetshenziswa MTN emakhaphe ngibuya khona uVodacom izinto nje zamanje manje.
Yes, hence I told the court that back home we're using MTN. Vodacom is a recent thing.
When you say you gave it to your mother, do you mean the handset and the SIM card with that number?
Uma uthi ke wagcina usuyinika uma wakho lena usho ukuthi wamnika umakhalekhukhwini wase umnika neSIM card le enale number.
Ngimnika konke mangimnika mayithi ufuna ifoni ngishingana umshana ekhaya mayithi ufuna ifoni ngimnika ngoba ngiyazi uzobuya ngithenga ifoni neSIM card entsha.
I gave her everything. When she says she wants a phone, even if it's my nephew or a child at home, when they want a phone, I would give them everything, including the SIM card, because they know that I would buy a new phone as well as a SIM card.
Then the next page is page 3.
Yasemsebenzini le number le.
Okay, the witness just wants to find out.
078
Work telephone number.
bathi yasemsebenzini.
Yeah. The witness just wants to ask whether a number ending 6858, are you saying it's a work telephone number?
Well, that is the information that appears here.
Ingalendlela ekubhalwe ngayo la, yebo, work telephone number.
What is the position according to your knowledge?
Wena uthini ngale number?
Cha utshena mina lokho angikwazi ngizokhuluma necourt nje le number la ngiyazi kunyamba semsebenzini bengiyanzi.
You are the one telling me that. I am going to inform the court. I knew my work telephone number.
Yes, but
Wena utshena icourt number yasemsebenzini ethi na okay.
You are the one telling the court that it's a work telephone number, so I'm saying okay.
yeah, so we're reading from your personnel file.
Sifunda kwifile lakho lasemsebenzini.
Ingakho ngivuma ngithi mina okay.
Hence I'm saying okay.
Then page 3, it's next of kin and beneficiaries details. And you gave the particulars of your mother.
Uma kufuna imininingwane ke yomuntu ke osondelene naye nomseduze kunawe ke noma ke womndeni wanikeza ke imininingwane kama wakho.
Then page 4 of 14.
Ngicela ngikudlulisa kancane Nkosi.
May I say something on this?
Yes.
Nkosi enkantolo lapha kuleli phepha lele kuthiwa kunemininingwane khona kaMama. Ivela kanjani imininingwane yami imininingwane kaMama elekhuzini yami yaseShaftini ngoba imininingwane kaMama nekababa ifele ivele kwi-record laseTepa lapho obuzwa khona yonke into eseTepa hayi etweni yaseShaftini.
How does my mother's details then appear on the shaft document? Because there is a document referred to as the Tepa document where my mother as well as my father's details are supposed to be appearing, not a document from the shaft.
Ifele ibhala ukuthi Tepa bese ibhala yonke imininingwane kaMama ibhala imininingwane kababa ibhala imininingwane kasisi ukuthi mangilimala emsebenzini kuzoreportelwa abantu. Manje ngiyamangala mase kuvela isibhala ngento yaseShaftini.
It should be written Tepa, and then my mother's details, my father's details, as well as my sister's details should appear there, so that in case of me being injured, then they know who to contact. Now, I'm surprised, or it comes as a surprise to me, if now these details appear on the shaft document.
Yes, just above the industry number, there's Teba next of kin stroke beneficiaries.
Nangu Tepa, ubhaliwe lana ke, Tepa bese kubhalwa ke umuntu osondelene nawe noma oseduze nawe noma ke owakini, but nangu Tepa ubhaliwe.
Next page is page 4 of 14. Which is headed address information. Once again, on the left-hand column, it's your employee number, Z7841016. And below it, the numbers repeated with your surname and initials, Ntanzi BS, and your photo. On the right column, sorry, Mr. Ntanzi, I see you paging through are you looking for something?
Khona kubhekayo.
Khona ngikubhekayo la.
Yes, I am.
Ngiyaqhubeka ukho konke ngifuna ukukhombisa khona iphepha engilibonile la laseTepa la.
There's a Tepa document which I saw here that I would like to point out to the court.
Yeah, not.
Here is the
Le.
document. Okay, ngibona page.
Yeah, we will get to that page.
Siyeza kuleyo page Mnumzane Ntanzi.
No, ngithi mina bengibuzile court ukuthi why kuvela imininingwane kaMama ephepheni yaseShaftini. Mina kaMama mfele ivele iphepha laseTepa.
I was asking as to why my mother's details are appearing on the shaft document. They are supposed
Yes.
to appear on this Tepa document.
Yes.
Kukhomba khona ukuthi amaphepha emefika ku watypeile wena wanameka ngapha la lapha beni watype khona. Kukhomba khona kuseyiyona into engikhala ngapha phambi kwecourt.
What I'm complaining about before the court, it's that it's clear that when you received these documents, you typed them, and then the information that is there was then taken.
Okay.
Okay.
Usazombuza ngawo ukuthi likhona leli phepha engilibona.
I'm still going to ask him about this particular document.
Usazombuza ngawo ukuthi likhona leli phepha engilibona.
I'm still going to ask him about this particular document.
It says physical address. It says address type Teba, street or farm. It says Usutu village near Falaza High School, Nongoma. And it says city Nongoma.
Oh, okay, silana. Kuleli ke manje. Ikheli ibhaliwe ke bhalwe noma uhlobo lwekheli Tepa makubhalwa ke igama lestrada noma ke igama lepulazi kwabhalwa Osuthu village ma isigodi sakoUsuthu indawo eduze nesikolo iFalaza Nongoma.
Then the next page is 5 of 14. Is the disciplinary record information. Then the next page is page 6 of 14. It's the continuation of the disciplinary record information.
Page 6 ke usaqhubeka ke indlela lana ke ama record ke endlela okuyiphatha noma ke indlela osebenza ngayo emsebenzini page 6 salandela ke.
Then page 7 of 14, the employment history information.
Mininingwane ke lena mayelana ke nomlando wokusebenza.
It shows your employment history as we referred to the evidence of Mr. Mulder yesterday.
Ikhomisa ke umlando wokusebenza kwakho nanjengoba sikhulumile ngabo ubufakazi bukaMnumzana uMulder izolo
On page 46,
kena page 46.
you'll see that the start date is given as 18 April 2009.
Ubhaliwe ke la ukuthi i-date ke yokuqala 18 April 2009.
Yesterday, we referred you to the evidence of Mr. Mulder as appears on page 46 of the proceedings of 10 October 2023.
Izolo ke sikhulumile ke ngobufakazi bakhe uMnumzana uMulder bange-10 October 2023 kuyena page 46.
Line 16, Mr. Mulder testified as follows, and according to this, it is the employment record for Driefontein Gold Mine, employed as a laborer from 18 of April 2009.
Ukuthi ngokubufakazi bakhe ke uMnumzana uMulder wafakaza ngalendlela ke wathi ke ngokwalokhu kuyirecord lakhe ke lasemsebenzini eDriefontein Gold Mine la ayesebenza khona ke suka ngaye ngazo i-18 April 2009.
Then the next page is page 8 of 14, is the employment history information.
Bese kuthi ke page 8 kuse yona ke information noma imininingwane ke mala nomlando wokusebenza.
Then page 11 of 14 is leave of absence history information.
Lana ke ukhulunywa ngayo ke i-leave noma ungabi khona ke emsebenzini kule i-page 11.
It shows under the category unpaid leave 27 October 2014 to 31 October 2014.
Lana ke iyakhombisa ke ukuthi ke wawukwi-leave noma ke ungekho emsebenzini engaholelwa noma ke engakhokhelwa ukusuka ngazo i-27 October 2014 kwayofica ke ngeyi-31 October 2014.
Yesterday, we referred you to the evidence of Mr. Mulder, which appears on page 53 of the proceedings of 10 October 2023.
Izolo ke sikhombise ubufakazi bakhe noma sitshelile ngobufakazi bakhe uMnumzana uMulder bangeyi-10 zika October 2023 kuyena page 53.
Line 12, it says, Mr. Mulder, I actually pulled the personal file of Mr. Ntanzi, and I felt it was imperative for me to notify and to state for the record that there was leave of absence notification submitted for Mr. Ntanzi for the period 27 October 2014 to 31 October 2014.
Uthi ke lana kubufakazi bakhe ke uMnumzana uMulder ngaye ke ngayokhipha ke ifayela lakhe uMnumzana uNtanzi futhi ke ngakubona ke kusemqoka ukuthi ke ngazise noma ke ngikusho ke kwi-record ukuthi ke kwakune leave noma ke ungabi khona emsebenzini noma ke isicelo esafakwa ke sifakelwa yena uMnumzana uNtanzi ukusuka ke nge-27 October 2014 kuyofika nge-31 October 2014.
Then there's also under category annual leave, 25 July 2014 to 28 August 2014.
Nalana ke khona futhi ke ngaphansi kwayo i-leave yakho ukusuka nge-25 July 2014 kuyofika ke nge-28 August 2014.
Which we have referred to yesterday, but we'll also deal with today.
Esikhulumile ngako ke izolo kodwa ke nanamuhla ke sizokhuluma futhi ngako.
Then there's page 12 of 14. It says leave history. It says leave type unpaid leave. Start date 27 October 2014. End date 30 2014.
So uqala ke nge-27 October 2014 kuyogcina ke nge-31 October 2014.
Yesterday we referred to the record on page 57 on the 10th of October 2023. The evidence of Mr. Mulder, where counsel, Mr. Ramusipeli, said the following, say, if I may refer you to annual leave application form that you have referred to, I'm reading from line 10, in your evidence in chief, which will be at page 13. Now, if you look at page 13, that is the next page,
Mawubuka lana ke page elandelayo page 13.
leave history, you'll see that that is unrelated to the unpaid leave that Mr. Mulder testified about.
Uzobona ukuthi lokho ke akuhlangeneke nalamalanga umnumzana uMulder ebethula ubufakazi ngawo ethi ke kwakuwamalanga owawungeke uwakhokhelwe.
Because your counsel said accused two applied for that leave way back on 14 July 2014, referring to the leave that appears on page 13.
Lana ke ummeli wakho wabuza yena ke umnumzana uMulder noma esho kumnumzana uMulder ukuthi ke umsolo wesibili wasifaka ke isicelo salawo malanga ukuthi angabi khona umsebenzini. Uma esifaka isicelo wasifaka kunge-14 July 2014 ekhuluma ke ngayo lena i-leave ke ela ku page 13.
Then Mr. Mulder corrects counsel, Mr. Ramusipi, at line 17, still on the 10th of October 2023, line 57. Mr. Mulder, your lordship, I cannot see anything to that effect on this form. And he says if the defense can just.
Lana ke umnumzana uMulder ku line 17 ke ulungisa ke inkulumo leyo kaMmeli ethi inkosi enkantolo akukho engikubonayo ke o mayelana ke naloko uMmeli akushoyo uma ngabe uMmeli anga kodwa ke
We'll revert to this point, but if you can just page over the proceedings.
58.
Yes, page 58. Mr. Mulder at line At line 4, Mr. Mulder says, Your Lordship, I just want you to just maybe, for the record, just to clarify.
Lana ke umnumzana uMulder ku page 58 uthi inkosi enkantolo ngiyafisa nje ukuthi ke mhlambe ngechaze.
Then Mr. Mulder says, the record that I testified to was number 12 in the pack.
Bese umuntu olandelayo umnumzana uMulder athi irekhodi engebe ngethula ubufakazi ngalo beku number 12.
So we can now see here on page 12, that is the unpaid leave.
Siyabona ke manje lana kuyena ke upage 12 uyibona ke lamalanga lana owawungawakhokhelwanga.
with the start date of 27 October 2014, end date 31 October 2014. It says number of days 5.
Amalanga ke ukusuka nge-27 October 2014 kuyofika ke nge-31 October 2014 amalanga amahlanu.
And it says status leave approved.
Basho ke kusho ke i-leave leyo ukuthi ke i-leave eyavunyelwa ke khona emsebenzini
And it says status completed.
ukuthi ke iyaqedwa futhi noma yayiqediwe.
Kanti phambi kwekhodi ngalesi sikhathi kuthiwa mina angaziwe emsebenzini kutsheniwe ikhodi kwakuphuma kuphi lo?
When it was said in court or mentioned in court that my whereabouts were unknown, where did that come from?
Yes. But we have traversed that yesterday that Mr. Melder testified that there's only notification of absence for those periods, 27 to 31 October 2014.
Kodwa ke bese sikhulumileke lokho ukuthi umnumzana uMelda uma ngabe ethula ubufakazi ke amalanga akhulume ngawo yena yiwona la nge-27 October 2014 kuyofika nge-31 October 2014.
And
Nkosi enkantolo la masingathi nje ngithi ukubuyela emuva kancane singajiki inkulumo futhi phambi kwekhodi.
If we were to go back a bit, my lord, and we also did not change what was said before this court,
Mangikhumbula kahle Nkosi enkantolo nalapha ngenza ibhayili. After istatement sikaGenida sibhaliwe ukuthi mina angaziwe ukuthi nguphi emsebenzini.
if I remember well, my lord, when I applied for bail, and also in Gininda's sworn affidavit, it was noted there that my whereabouts were unknown at work.
Ingakho nje ngibuza phambi kwekhodi ukuthi kwakuphuma phi ukuthi mina emsebenzini angaziwe ngoba ukuba ngangilovele 5 days emsebenzini ngaziwe ngangizoxoshwa.
So hence I'm asking, my lord, as to where does this information come from, that my whereabouts were unknown at work? Because
Manje-
if I had stayed away from work for these 5 days, I would have been fired.
yes.
Manje la phambi kwekhodi umshushisi yena usetshene ikhodi futhi ukuthi ngangi-applyile ngangicelile mina kodwa kuqala wayethe mina ngangingaziwe ukuthi nguphi. Manje lapho lezi zinto ezingiphazamisayo ngokuthi kahle kahle kuqala ukhuluma ukuthi mina ngangingaziwa manje useyavuma manje ngangicelile.
But now from what is being read here, it says status leave approved. So now it indicates that I had applied and then it was then approved. But initially it was said that my whereabouts were unknown. That is what is confusing me
Ngezinto ayena ayitshene ikhodi.
about the things that you told the court.
Yes. Mr. Ntanzi, we indicated to you yesterday that you comment on the evidence and not to me as a person.
Izolo ke ngishilo kuwena umntzana uNhlanzi ukuthi uma ngabe ukhuluma noma uma ngabe uphendule ubufakazi, ungaphenduli mina uphendule mina nanjengomuntu, kodwa phendula ubufakazi.
Nkosi enkantolo angiphendule yena ngiphendula inkulumo lena eyabheka phambi kwenkosi ngiphendule yena ngiphendula inkulumo lena eyabheka phambi kwenkosi enkantolo ukuthi mina angaziwa emsebenzini ukuthi ngangikuphi.
My lord, I am not answering or responding to the state as a person, but I'm referring to that which was said in court that my whereabouts were unknown.
Akusimine ngasukuma lapha ngatshena ikhodi ukuthi emsebenzini ngangingazi ukuthi nguphi. Nguye umshushisi otshena ikhodi ukuthi ngangingazi ukuthi nguphi. Kodwa namhlanje useyafunda futhi khona iphepha la uthi mina ngangivunyelwe ukuhamba. Ngangifaka isicelo.
It was not me, my lord, who stood up from that accused dock and told the court that my whereabouts were unknown. It is the state that addressed or informed the court about that. But today now the document indicates, or it's being read, it is the state that reads from the document that status leave approved.
Ingakho phambi kwekhodi ngibuza ukuthi kwaqhamuka babekuthathaphi lokho.
Hence I am asking the court, my lord, where did that information come from?
Counsel indicates that they wish to say something.
My lord, this document that we are currently busy with as we were given these documents this morning, because I'm now answering to the question that they were disclosed to us, these are new documents. The document that we have previously that Mr. Mulder testified about do not have some of the information that is contained here. And now we are being referred to page 13 of 14 and page 14 of 14. Unfortunately, the documents that we've been finished with do not have page 12 and do not have page 14. So these are supplementary documents. These are not original documents that Mr. Mulder testified on. Yes, Mr.
We have just referred to the record where counsel refers to page 13. And Mr. Mulder then says, no, I've testified about the information on page 12 and not on page 13.
As a court basis, my lord, from the documents that were provided, it starts like this. The page that I confronted Mr. Mulder on and that I made a mistake to say Mr. Ntanzi applied for leave long time ago on the 14/07/2014. It's an annual leave form. He was commenting on this form, not on a form like this. These are separate documents entirely.
Well, the annual leave, my lord, is also part of the bundle. It's on the second page that Mr. Mulder was commenting on. But
my learned colleague do not understand my quarrel with him. My quarrel is that on the supplementary affidavit, documents that we received today, they are missing page 12 and 14. Therefore, I cannot follow the page 12 that he refers to. That's my only quarrel.
oh, I'm sorry. We will finish them. I'm sorry, counsel. We will finish them with those missing pages. I don't know if, as it's 11:14, maybe we can take the short adjournment.
Yeah.